Good afternoon and welcome to another magical story from my book, Tales of a Modern Alchemist, Real-Life Stories of Magic and Transmutation. This story is called Preparing the Playground for Your Future. When you change your thinking, it changes your energy, mood, and physical body, and life. Thoughts are real. Sometimes we think we want something, so we put everything we have to get there, only to realize that we didn't really want it. That happened to me when I went to live in the UK in 1988. I was a teacher in Spain, but I wanted to be a manager. So I focused all my energy, put all the hours, did all the training, and finally got there, only to give up the position after I realized that whatever more energy I would give to the job was only going to bring me more of the same. So my conclusion was that what I had loved was the path of accomplishing the skills to get there, not the job itself or the position, the status or the money. What a shocker! The same happened to me afterwards in any other position I pursued, until I finally realized that what I really wanted to do was to be a writer, a consciousness coach, a polyglot, continue to study, research, break ground, innovate in my thinking under my own guidance, using my energy in my own terms. Now I am finally happy. The advantage or benefit of pursuing what you think you want is to learn a lesson that will refocus you on the real path and no longer on the chimera, illusion, or idea that someone had put in our minds or that we originally believed as being what we wanted. Usually with the objective of gaining power, status, or money. Always based on a need or a want, which is a very weak foundation to a dream. The truth is that when we push forward to achieve something that is not really in our hearts, that is not really part of our path or destiny, the price we pay is really high in terms of disenchantment, loss of hope, loss of health, the disintegration of the relationships around us, or even our self-regard. And since this usually comes from a need, not from a point of power, the results are also going to be weak, and sometimes they just don't stick. They are not permanent. And with this, we get a feeling that we have to keep fighting for something else and defending what we already have, which costs us dearly in terms of energy output. Is it worth living like this? As we keep walking into the wrong paths, and I say wrong, but there is no really mistakes, only lessons to learn. We learn the value of our truths. We learn to understand who we are and what we really want. That is, if we are observant and ready to surrender to our real dreams. We need to get used to the idea that we should do things only because we love to do them, because they make us happy. Anything else is a trap. We get entangled in a web that by the time we realize, it is very difficult to free ourselves from it. Everything has a price. Every action has consequences. In order to prepare the playground to do what we love, we need to refocus our mind in a different way than we are used to. We are used to forcing ourselves to do what needs to be done because we look at the reality we have constructed, which is full of obligations and responsibilities. But like a sports person who trains for a big event, we must start from the very basics and do them on a regular basis in order to build the muscle of belief and understanding that if we change our thoughts, we change our lives. Therefore, we change our future and our destiny. And this is within our hands' reach. The following are some tips to start creating the picture of that life that is really meaningful to us, not that life that we have inherited from our families, clans, or society at large. That life that was sold to us when we were little, permeable, impressionable, or when we didn't really know very well who we were and what we really wanted. If you feel down, pushing, struggling, or making efforts, stop, realign. Find a picture of something that shifts your energy, a real dream, something that aligns you to your higher vision and activates you. You will soon know that you got it because you will feel alive. Go to the garden, do some breathing exercises, take a break. Detach from what you are doing, step back, look at what you are doing from a bird view distance in order to regain perspective of whether you should keep going on or you could change your game to do the same action from a different point of view, from a different angle, and achieve it more efficiently. Think of it as a mind game in strategy learning. Do not keep moving forward when you are doing a task that feels heavy. It means your energy will be better used somewhere else. When you feel motivated, then go back to the heavy task and you will do it faster and more efficiently when you are aligned with the current of energy. Check your self-talk. Pick your negative words and remove them from your dictionary. Or better still, flip them onto their antonyms or opposite meaning words and use them instead. I took out of my dictionary words trying, wanting, I mean, hoping. I either do or I don't. I either really want to do it or I don't. I really put the effort or I don't. I don't lie to myself anymore. And besides, that self-talk is disempowering and it drains our energy. When you have chosen your words, make sure that these are the most accurate words for that reflect your feeling or emotion. Charged words create a movement of energy. Emotion is energy, emotion. So if you want to intertwine your emotions with your vision of your future so that it becomes real in your mind, you might activate it. Your mind doesn't really know what's real and what is not. If you look at it and believe in it, no matter what, your mind will bring it to you. And as you make sure to disentangle from the negative emotions that arise during the day and create a new discipline to start looking at the positive words instead, write them down, put them there in the kitchen, everywhere in your office. Images and visions instead. You start steering your ship into a new north, a direction more aligned to whom you really are and to your highest potential. And this is why in my Instagram account, sometimes I put a quote and sometimes I just put a word with a beautiful background because you just read the word and it's transferring energy to you. The visual, the colors, the word itself. The Native Americans used to call it the spider web was the first alphabet. The DNA is coded in letters and words and grammar. Every single language in the world comes from the DNA. We are coded to understand it and to release energy from words. And as you make this way of living your life new normal, forgive the pun on the term we're living, a term we hear a lot today, you will be receiving prompts, intuitions, ideas, and guidance that will show you shortcuts or better ways to achieve the tasks that you would normally struggle with, even a completely new path of action. Like Abraham Hicks says, you need to prepare the atmosphere. Pick a feeling and practice it chronically. Then you will be delighted, but not surprised. Because deep in your heart, you know that you can do it. Thank you for listening. See you next time.